Hello, welcome to this video cast of subscribers to Callum Chew. Well, the paranormal community continues to kick off, and I'm going to go into another aspect of ghost hunting and attachments and another possible outcome. There's loads of possible outcomes of what's going on here. I think jealousy is at the forefront, but we're dealing with low vibration emotions. Now, I'm really passionate about paranormal. Well, what we call paranormal. I'll use this as consistent. Um, the paranormal activity, the nature of reality, which is probably a better way of putting it. The community and people as a whole. What I'm seeing, what I'm concerned about is all this falling out ridiculous. Yeah, crack it. I know I had a misunderstanding with John's Sixth Sense and he's funny about his page. But as I keep trying to explain to her, well, it goes much deeper than me putting a comment because we're all in the gun sites of this called censorship and New World Order turn and all of that. So, But at least when I bumped into him in the graveyard, at least I wasn't, confrontational, but just he would go something, I would go something to the same location. I went on my way and listened to it. That's all you have to do. That is literally all you have to do is just. But I'm not going over. I mean, one thing I did miss, I was really tired yesterday, is that John has had his tyre slashed. Now, well, he knows it was Gav who used to work with him. Now, and Pat now got their own team for reasons. Yeah. It made Coronation Street look somber, and everybody on the East End, just put it that way. And John knows it wasn't that's done it. Of course, the woke mentality is denying it all, and but I didn't know something as well that he actually have got to try kind of in a way threatening Jojo. It's just getting ridiculous. Now, I want to talk about attachments, and I've been focusing on the Halloween season, going out every night, 8 days in a row. Not because I'm a martyr, it was something I actually wanted to do. And I wanted to test myself, see if I could complete it, and I did, so I'm really proud of myself with that particular project. Not every night we got evidence, some nights we got stuff through the spirit box. I don't believe I captured EVPs, but again, if I put it to somebody else's ear, who's been doing it a lot longer than me, they might say, Callum, you've missed this. Fair play. But I don't believe I captured a ghost on camera. No. Doesn't mean I haven't. Do I believe I've had stuff through the spirit box? Yeah. But I've been trying to focus whether it is the light side and showing, as David Holt, the psychic medium, says, the spirit world is not, well, it's one aspect of dark places and spooky places, but that's not one aspect of it. It's about having due to our energy doing it in a setting like in a classroom or something, for example. And I've tried to focus, the veil's still really thin this time of year. And the ancients knew this, but you can tune in to dark entities and all that, or you can try and there's stuff in between, all the light stuff, and I thought leave the dark stuff to the people, but this includes obviously John because he's been doing demonic season, and all the paranormal teams. We need to understand that these entities rule the world, definitely do. I know they're not from that perspective, but me and David Icke do. We said me and David Icke, why? We speak the same language. Oh dear. Anyway, moving on. Is that you can get attachments. Now, obviously John has an attachment, Nicky thinks it's gonna be, just kick it off might not help more. You might get another demonic attachment. The point is, do these teams get demonic? Yeah, well, possession. Well, if you're kicking it off with these entities feed off humanity, they're just off our 0.005%. If I've said that at the point, you know what I mean? The electromagnetic spectrum. That in our reality it's so tiny, it's laughable. So it does make me wonder whether there's a lot of possession going on, influencing thoughts, behaviour, because people aren't acting right since they've had the jab. I'm going to say doobie-doos, just for code language. So I'll thank Jojo for calling them doobie-doos. So when I go doobie-doos, we know what I mean. Just talk and say it. Is people's personalities have changed. And I pointed out before, these some people are getting with the doobie-doos the saline solution, but not the elites when they perceive to have it. They've definitely got a saline solution, but in the general public it's Russian roulette with the doobie-doos. Now anyway, this is a French energetic healer, and this has been on davidart.com, and he's talked about it, that a bit like, Reiki in a way. Different levels of different healers. The point is she worked on this lady's chakras. Now she didn't realise in between sessions that she'd had the doobie-doo. And in between these sessions, she found out after, of course, while she was doing it, that the heart vortex chakras are working. In other words, the soul was outside the body, it wasn't in balance and harmony. And all people, personality, I'm not sure if personality changed that, I don't know, I can't remember. But a lot of people's personalities have changed. And I know a lot of people in the paranormal world, including John, George, and other people, because they've had them, so they have had the doobie-doos. Now, they might have been lucky and had the saline solution, but they don't seem quite the same towards me, and not forgiving to block me. But you see how wild, it was wild anyway, but this is at the next level. And people, what was alright with people like Brandon, Lisa, and Kev was alright with John, and they were the best things since last, and now they're not. A bit like me, now I'm not. That's me. Did at the time, but you move on. I just left John and Jojo to it. I have now. I still try and message him to understand, but the point is that one of the reasons that causes the problems, and none of these entities do want to come in, because they will. That's what they want, to feed off energy like nectar. It's energy feeding. What it's vampire is. Parasites, what it is. And could that be happening? Well, possibly, because it's definitely something for. I mean, I know John always plays it, but like I say, nothing's ever our fault, but we attract things towards us. I went to the last video. And it's about taking responsibility and to everybody else. Bad sorts miss out, rather than going away as a victim, poor me. David hadn't played the victim mentality, and he doesn't have the ability to get offended. It's like, not bothering me. When somebody's being confrontational and accusing you of being bully, which it is not, I know I accuse him of that, but that's just, I didn't mean I was pissed off. This is different. I generally didn't mean I was mad at the time. It's just, I know it's not easy. I want to be said, David has, well, not about pounds, but if somebody controls me or threatening me, I wouldn't just stand there. But, like, I was really calm in the cafe, and be too calm, but like, okay, I see the trap, I'm not going to get angry, no. If somebody attacks you, you do your best to defend them, but no. You're a bully. Thank you for sharing that with me. Have a nice day. Like Jojo, it's a bit like, me and David had talk about the non-compliant dance, just, yeah, do a Jojo will, do a dance. Because once you rise to it, because people provoke, that's what it is. It was set up. She said, Pat set the live stream up. We all know that now. I think our own team of followers do. Because once I'm not a bully, you're a fucking scumbag, and all it's like, see, look, he is, look. Well, I provoked him, but you didn't see. And if you're being nice to somebody, they're still that, but, if he was really like that, he'd throw me in the graveyard. He didn't. He did not, so... I know it's not easy, and I do understand it. And John has got a temper. But they know how to wind him up, because they work with him. They didn't know what makes him tick. Like brothers, sisters, siblings, and all that game. We know what makes each other tick. As people, so... Yeah, that's a shame on Pat, but I don't think she has any shame. With Tico, again, Mind Virus, a Cree, Native American tribe group in America called the Cree. They call this energy Tico, so therefore it's a mind virus, they call it. Same energy, so as a word for demons. Rather than, so therefore, it was Tico. It was Tico, but John Quire says they want to make him quit, don't they? Which is just stupid. And they basically said, they're going to get somebody to beat him up, run him out. They can't hide it anymore, still, and it's so obvious. John, I'm not quitting. And it's so obvious, people see it. So, and there's nothing wrong. People should have platforms for people to speak. But paranormal blights with someone psychic. They're all blight in the community. God, someone was psychic. And it wasn't John on this occasion. God, blights. Do a blight, oh God. Really. And these people are what he could. But they can't hide their nastiness and what they really want to do. And obviously, Cameron Leafs are going to all calls together and all this. But I come from a perspective. People need to take a step back and look at it again, because it's got silly. I mean, and the thing is, we try to threatening to beat people, and then obviously John reacting, saying, quite right, defended himself, could have launched a bit. There is no physical, we try to solve physical situations, but there's no physical. As Einstein says, you can't solve the same rules of consciousness that created, otherwise you can do it at high frequency, but it's not easy. It's not. But all this, this community cafe that we're in, that pays you feel. I sat in the wrong bit and it gets in my house and stops to beat me up. Last day calm, now John probably would have launched this guy. He's probably launched him into the stratosphere. I just said, okay, I'll leave. We don't want you to leave and feel uncomfortable. Like, you're starting to beat me up. You're starting to smash my face in. Kind of do feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to be around that energy. So I know what people like. People are being vicious, and it's not necessary. No, we're unique expressions of consciousness. We are multidimensional beings. This is. Come on, we're all one consciousness and different experiences. It's just got to stop. Yeah, it's got to stop. I think John misunderstands it in Georgia when I make these videos, but I think I'm realising now I've come from a good place. I was mad at the time, where now I'm looking at things, and I did watch Pat's live stream, like I say, and just to see, is it a setup? And my contention, it's a setup. Do you know what as well with psychology? I think deep down she still wants to be working with John. But instead of even politely asking, you know what, can I have me all, if we're all coming from a place of love, can I have me all drop back? And if he says no, but okay. I mean, what's the worst thing you can say is no. But it's the circumstances, but there's not a lot of people just saying, you know what, I'm ready to move on with my career. You don't mind, well, do it anyway, but I'm going to do it anyway. But do you mind if I set my own business up now? No. He'll probably be like, nope, I'll help you with it. But so that's not what happens. People have to have this, oh, I can get famous from Sixth Sense. The people think they're on Coronation Street. Well, the system want them to think, but come on. People, we're bigger than this, we're better than this. People need to stop all this infighting, so to speak. So yeah, it's sad. I do think there is some. I think possession is the thing. I think there's some form of possession going off. Certainly, they will feed off the energy and they can influence thoughts, whether that's 5G technology or the entities themselves. So people need to be mindful. Excuse me, just some scrambling on toast with cheese on top of the wind. People need to be mindful of what they're doing because so that's true. I don't normally watch them all back. It's not that I'm enjoying watching the Hoods and Hunts rewatching because of the two series we put on Iconic 1 and 2. But they've got a YouTube channel, so I'm watching everything from start to finish on YouTube. Sadly, series 4 will be on YouTube due to doing contract with Amazon. It's all gone. But if you actually go on Jane's, it's not Paranormal Voice, no, it's called The Ghost Voice. But you can put either into thing. They've been into YouTube and they've been on there. They're a really good team. And it's just away from the drama, And then Johnson's going to be on YouTube, but then he ends back on TikTok, and I'm not watching on my telly. But that's just being petty. But it's like I can watch it back on Facebook anyway. Obviously, it's just the drama. It's tiring me out. It's making me ill as a viewer. So these people, what are bullying John, need to think on. Because on this occasion, I don't think John has done anything wrong. I've come to the conclusions. I've actually done proper research. I wish Jim Simon Howard did take a leave out of my book because I can help him. You have to look at all aspects, and very uncomfortable watching that live stream back on Pat's, but it was set up. Pat, he set him up. Pathetic, so. So, John and JoJo's, okay. Particularly John, because he's not quite mentally tough, though JoJo just said, you'll be that tough as me one day. Hopefully he will be mentally tough one day, yeah. He's got a strong wife next to him, so. And it's amazing that we've had a disagreement and I can just still stick up and have a bang with you. Just shows you that even if you have a misunderstanding, you can still be balanced. You don't need to keep falling out. We need to have an understanding of each other as human beings and come from a place of love, pure consciousness. Okay, and as a side, I hope Mark Smith's okay because they took all the stuff off his channel and his channel's gone. I'm subscribed to other people, and it's gone. I know Leah, we get messaging a couple of days ago, no response, so she thinks his mental health not playing up. I know he's been in that film which comes out next year now, I believe. So, Mark, if you watch this, I hope you're okay, mate. I really do. We had a misunderstanding. They happen, particularly in comments. But I have spoken to him when he did a filming thing, when he did that audition thing. So I'm not more, if it is your mental health, you might just bad enough, but, get well soon, I hope you're okay, mate. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'll see you all later. That's just emails coming through. I'll see you later. Take care. Love everybody. Take care. Bye. Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye.